50 darkest psychological tricks used on you daily to sleep too. A gentle reminder you're easier to control than you think. Sweet dreams. Welcome to the Puppet Show. Imagine walking into a room where everyone is smiling, nodding, agreeing, but no one is thinking for themselves. You feel calm, safe even, but something's off, like your strings are being pulled. In this segment, we introduce the main idea. You're not as in control as you think. Society, ads, people, even the voice in your head often use subtle psychological cues to guide you without your awareness. This isn't meant to scare you. It's to gently open your eyes before they close for the night. Understanding this can give you clarity, or, if you prefer, you can surrender to it. Take a slow breath. The curtains are rising. Let's begin with the strings you never see. Social proof and the herd trap. Ever laughed at a joke just because everyone else did? Welcome to the herd. Safety in numbers? Or is it slavery? Social proof is the idea that if others are doing it, it must be correct. It's how people make decisions when uncertain, and it's often exploited. This is how crowds form, and how mobs do terrible things. You blend in, so you survive. But at what cost to your authenticity? And if the crowd jumps off a cliff, would you follow? Let's talk about how they make you think it's your idea in the first place. The illusion of choice. Pick a card, any card. Spoiler, they're all the same. This is what we call the illusion of choice. When choices are carefully framed, you feel free while being completely controlled. Think Coke or Pepsi. Not, do I even want soda? You're being guided, nudged. But you smile, because control disguised as freedom is the most powerful trick of all. So if your choices aren't truly yours, maybe your thoughts aren't either. The seed in your mind. A whisper, a word, a color. Suddenly you're hungry, you're sad. You're buying something you didn't even like yesterday. Priming works by preparing your mind to respond in a certain way. A single exposure shapes what comes next, without your awareness. Subliminal advertising, anchoring prices, emotional triggers. The more you ignore them, the more they own you. Take a moment. Think of the last time you were inspired. Was it truly you, or were you just primed? Obey without thinking. What if I wore a white coat and told you to press the button? Would you do it? Authority bias makes us trust people in power, even when they're wrong. The halo effect makes their confidence feel like truth. Doctors, influencers, politicians, if they look the part, they win your mind. You obey, and you thank them for the privilege. Close your eyes. Picture someone you trust completely. Now ask, why? Fear is a compass. Fear sharpens the senses, but it also makes you easier to lead. Because when you're afraid, you stop questioning. The brain pays more attention to fear-based information. Media, politics, even brands use this to control what you believe. Fear sells, it manipulates, and it often lies. But it also keeps you up at night. Let's follow the fear deeper. Where does it come from? Sometimes, from within. You are not who you think. Who are you, really? What if your personality is just the echo of past choices you didn't even make consciously? You observe your own actions and build your identity around them. Dissonance arises when actions don't match beliefs. You become who you pretend to be. But what if the performance never stops? You wear a mask for so long. You forget your own face. Let's look at the next mirror. The lie of memory. Your past feels solid, yours. But memory is more story than storage. We don't remember, we reconstruct. Other suggestions or even emotions can change the memory itself. Your past can be rewritten. So, how much of you is real? Memory is fragile, but belief? That's stronger. Let's go there next. Faith in fiction. Swallow a sugar pill. Feel better. It's not magic. It's the mind's hunger to believe. Beliefs shape perception. Even false ones feel true if they comfort you or make the world make sense. Once a belief takes root, evidence can't dig it out. That's why cults work. That's why propaganda spreads. Still awake? Let's look at how your desire for comfort feeds your prison. The comfort cage. You stay because it's familiar, even if it hurts, even if it's a lie. People resist change, not because it's worse, but because it's unknown. The mind clings to what's normal. We rationalize broken systems, bad jobs, toxic relationships, because leaving feels scarier than staying. Comfort can be a cage with velvet bars. Ready to break free? Let's find out how they keep you from noticing the bars at all.
The invisible hand. You're not being shoved, you're being nudged. Same result. Tiny design decisions like where food is placed or what defaults are chosen shape your behavior invisibly. Governments use it. Tech companies rely on it. And you rarely notice. It's subtle but powerful. And speaking of subtle control, digital puppetry. Scroll, tap. You're not choosing content, it's choosing you. Algorithms track your behavior and feed you what keeps you engaged, even if it makes you miserable. You think you're in control, but your feed was built to control you. Still with me? Let's take a breath. Now let's look at how your brain is wired to sabotage itself. Brain bugs. The human brain is incredible and incredibly flawed. We ignore facts that don't support our views, overestimate our knowledge, and misjudge risks constantly. You're not just being tricked by others. Your own brain is in on it too. Let's go deeper now, to the shadow side of being seen. Eyes on you. You act differently when watched, but what if you're always watched? Whether it's cameras, phones, or just imagined judgment, being observed changes behavior and reinforces control. When the watcher is invisible, you become your own warden. We're nearing the end. Let's finish where it all begins, with attention. Your attention is the prize. In the end, everything you are is where your attention goes. Apps, ads, people, systems, all fighting for your attention. Because where your mind goes, your life follows. Protect your attention, or lose yourself to those who want it. Sleep now. You've seen the strings. You've watched the stage. Tomorrow, maybe you'll choose your thoughts, or maybe you'll just keep dancing. Sweet dreams. You've been gently manipulated into waking up,